guys, so here's the second kit. Now just like first off, there's construction happening like literally maybe 10 meters away, so that's like, I don't know, 20 feet maybe? I don't know. It's 10 meters away from my filming spot, so I'm sure if you can hear the noise. So here in front of me are piles of things. So in one of my containers here, in this one, I just had random stuff thrown in there. What I mean by random is like things that I had a couple left of that I didn't have space to put elsewhere, but they're old, they're not brand new. So I took them out and separated everything into some piles. So I have, this is one from one embellishment pack, this is from another, this one's from another, this one's from another one, that one's from another one, this is from another one, and then this is just random stuff that have no like correspondence. So I'm trying to decide which one I want to use, and eventually I will use all of them, but they do all have very similar color scheme. But I'm trying to decide which one to use as a inspiration piece. Now I know I want to use these because they're travel themed, and I do have tons and tons of travel themed layouts, but I'm not in the mood to scrap those at this given point in time, so I'm gonna not use these. And then I'm kind of want to do this one because it's a boy theme, and then I can also pull some of these other embellishments in it too, so because they're all from the same brand. So I'm going to get rid of these and just throw them all back in there, and I'll separate them again when I need to, because I do pull that stuff out from different layouts. So yeah, just for future reference, at some point all of those piles will be an inspiration kind of thing. So now, yeah, so these are all my basic grays. So this is Hello Girl, this is Hello Girl with the flower set, and then this is this was the ephemera pack, and then this is Capture, the ephemera pack, and this is Hey Boy, the ephemera pack. So I kind of want to do this one, and then I'll probably mix these two together for a different piece, and then this I'll probably put with that. We'll see. We'll see if the colors match with this stuff. So I do have quite a bit of this left because I don't scrapbook these colors quite a lot. So I think this will give me an excuse to use some of this stuff. So there's a combination of acetate, paper, and chipboard. So I do have more than I had in like a previous inspiration, but that's okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 pieces, and I'm gonna try and use as many as I can. So most of these are generic, but I see myself kind of doing something about books, and I do have, or about the library because of this library card, and I do have a couple of different ideas for that one, so that's probably something that's going to start inspiration. So I also love how when I choose an inspiration for the kit, it also gives me ideas for layouts I'm going to create. So for example, I probably wouldn't do a layout about books if I hadn't seen this or stuff like that, or I might be thinking I want to do this layout and then this gives me an excuse to finally do it, or I might think like this would be a nice story starter or something, and so on. So I love just how inspiring this process I'm doing is. I don't know why, but yeah, so it motivates me to scrapbook stories or pictures and use products. So yeah, anyway, so this is the only kind of thing that really jumps at me at the moment, and then this could be something too, and then other stuff can easily be incorporated on layouts because it's just pretty generic. So like tabs and some flags. And this says this is something magical, so that could be a kind of story starter. I'm not sure on what yet. So it's all pretty generic, and I'm going to try and use about half of it. So yeah, I'm going to just kind of move these up as much as I can. Oh, no, back there. Okay. So you can see it while I pull paper. So this is like the process of the kit, which is a kind of bonus video for this series. I don't plan... It's not a given one for the series, so I'm going to try and do it for all the kits, but it's not a given thing. So there always will be, of course, a kit share as well. So yeah. And then these have the reds in them, and they're from the same company, so like some of the fonts work, and I only have 3 left, so I'm gonna put these in here as well as like an added embellishment. So my goal is to use this pack. Now if I use this, it's just a bonus. So I'm gonna add those over there because it's just the same red or orangey kind of colors. So the same papers will be usable on all fronts. So I'm gonna go pull out my papers now, and I think today I'm only going, like in this part, today, yeah, when I'm filming this, I'm only gonna pull the papers because I'm still working on some other stuff. My embellishments are all tied up in other projects. So I'm just gonna pull papers, and then I think I'll come back another day and do the embellishment part. So. Okay, so first thing I did was I pulled out the Basic Gray Prism collection, which is something I've been trying to use, and it's the same company, so I'm thinking there might be some similar colors in the embellishments. So I'm gonna quickly just kind of go through. I don't know, that blue is off. These shouldn't be in there, but. Like nothing's really jumping out at me, though. Oh no. Just kind of trying to see. So I mean, there's the black, and then there's the blue, but I'm not liking the pink. So okay, this one is not going to work. So I'm just gonna put it back into the folder and find some other things. There we go. Now these are my trusty, these are A4 papers, and these are papers as well that will be eventually used as inspiration pieces because I don't use them all that often. So I'm gonna try and pull some patterns from here. And I'm also going to bring in some new stuff as well, just to keep it a bit fresh and just more exciting to work with for me. So this is red. I love this pattern, so I'm going to pull that out. And I'm just pulling all the scrap pieces that I have, because I have a ton. I'm thinking maybe this. No. How about this? Okay, let's pull this because I do like this pattern. And I don't use red all that much in layout, so we'll see how this is going to go. So this one's going to be a bit harder for me than the first kit because the first kit is something I love to use and I use it really often. I think this one will just pose a bit more of a challenge, and I do have to pull out both black and navy colors because I have both of those in my kits. So yeah, so I'm gonna pull this navy piece out as well. And then I'm thinking there's blue because there is a bit of light blue in that one, so I could add a different shade of blue. So I'm going to pull that piece out. I do have that same paper in the kit I'm working with now, so I'm going to end up with lots of scraps if I do use this, but yeah. You can kind of use it as a reference point. So when I'm done with the other kit, if I have a lot of this paper left in the other kit, that scraps, I can add it to this kit as well. So yeah, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Now this one here I like as well, and on both sides has the red on it. So I don't want this to be too red heavy, and this is a mini kit, so I have to kind of limit myself. So red hearts. I'm just putting these so I know when I put them back if I don't use them all. There we go. That one too. Pull all of it out. Pinks, green. This blue I'm going to pull. And then this is sky blue stripes. Yikes. And I do want some navy colors as well, and a bit of yellow is what I'm looking for. And maybe a touch of green, but this green is going to be hard to match. So I might just not pull the green. Okay, so that's folder number 1. Let's also go through folder number 2. I don't want anything pink again, as I said, and then this is kind of more Christmas paper. So folder number 2 has mostly kind of Christmas papers and like this kind of glitter paper. There's not a lot of stuff in here. So that's purple. This would be great for fall page, and the buttons too. And then here's the buttons. Why didn't I pull the buttons? Okay, so these buttons, this was a full A2 sheet of paper, like gigantic, and I just cut it down. So this is a nice red pattern, and there's no way I'm gonna use this other than a matte because it's really busy on the eyes, and it kind of, I don't know, I'm just gonna pull a little piece of it because I don't like the brown or the green too much for this particular layout. So I'm just gonna pull a little piece of the back, and I probably won't use it, but at least I'll have the option. And by the way, whenever I say I probably won't use it, those are the things I end up using. I don't know why, but yeah, I do love this paper too. This is why I need to go through these more often. I haven't used these folders in a long time, and there's some papers that are really awesome in here. Okay, so that's it from these folders. And let's just see what we have. So I'm really liking this red with the blue. It's like, I don't know, I'm just really liking it. And I think this red paper is from the same paper pad as this. So maybe that's another reason. So I thought this was the same paper, but it's not. So I have the paper that's red with a white polka dot, and then I have white with a red heart. I mean like a white heart, not a red heart. Okay. So there's reds. Like this one is a bit off compared to this one, but I'm making 2 layouts, so you never know. And then this needs a paper clip because it's going to fall everywhere. So when it's in the folder, I usually don't paper clip stuff because they're just all thrown in that little folder. But when I make kits, I make sure to paper clip everything because they're all thrown into a bag. I don't know if what I just said makes sense, but yeah. See, so now there's not too much. I won't do it on camera, but when I go to pack it, that's what's going to happen. So I'm gonna put this black here just to kind of break the red because it's a bit, it hurts my eyes a bit to have all that red next to each other. So I'm also gonna put this blue here, and I really love the combination of these 4 papers. So, and then there's this red, which I don't know. I'm not gonna put it in. Okay, so now I have a lot of red. I have a slight amount of navy, which isn't the navy I want, so I don't know if I'm gonna keep that. It does look nice though. Well, not on top of it, but yeah. So I think I need a yellow because 2 colors is not enough for me, so I need at least a yellow. And then I think I need 1 more black and maybe a darker navy. So now I'm kind of thinking where I have these colors. Okay, so I'm going to pull out the Lovely Day. Lovely Day collection by Dear Lizzie. Now I'm kind of hesitant to do this because I have not used it yet on its own, and I want to play around with the collection by itself before mixing it in other stuff. So I don't know. I don't know if I can bring myself to do it. Well, first let's see if there's stuff that matches. And then, so this is the cut apart, so that's why it's missing. So let's see. And these are 6x6 papers, but that's fine by me. It's like this floral is gorgeous. It matches this stuff really nicely. But it's a kind of girly paper, and I'm thinking I'm probably going to do boy pages. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. And I do have a lot of red, so I'm gonna just keep going and see if there's anything else that I absolutely need to use. So now this one has blue, the red, and has some yellow. So that's something else I want to consider. And then this one, this is the navy I want. So we'll see. And it does have the other colors. So that's another floral that we'll just have to see because it's a floral. And I'm also having a hard time deciding because I haven't used this paper pad yet. So yeah. And then this yellow is another floral, but I don't know. It's a bit off, so we're not going to use that. This paper is a really nice match as well. So I'm kind of trying to put my fingers. I don't know. I think I have to cut these out, and I can at least cut them out so it's easier for me to do this. Okay, so cutting this one out. I don't think I will be pulling that one. Where's that? The other ones. This one here. And this one as well. So I can cut it. There we go. And then this one does have a bit of pink, but it matches otherwise. Yellow, this one's really nice too. So I can make something about the house again. We'll see. And then this one has all the colors. And then this one has, see, this is way too much paper, but yeah. And then this yellow I think might be a better option. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna just cut it out. Oh, the navy, guys, the navy, the navy, the navy, the navy. This one's a perfect. Well, it's not a perfect. This one's kind of more royal, but I don't know. I'm gonna pull it. And then there's a black and white stripe that has to be pulled. So I pulled like half of this paper pad out. Oh, no, that has too much pink. No. No. Okay. So I have a ton of 6x6 options. So I think I'm gonna get rid of this because it's too distracting. Okay, I like that better already. These I'm keeping for sure, so we'll see. I think I'm gonna keep that, and then this I don't know yet. This I'm not gonna keep. This is nice, we'll see. This is nice too. I could always make girl layouts. I mean, it's not like against the law, but I kind of thought it would be a nice, so like this house. I think this one's a really nice match. And then this, nope. And then this, nope. And then no, that's not gonna work. Okay, so putting these back in the pad, in the little folder, and in to the side because I'm still not sure about these completely. Because again, I do kind of want to scrap with the collection on its own before combining it with other things. And this black is just too distracting. It's not going to happen. See, that's already better. And this is distracting too. And I'm not sure about that yet. Yeah, I'm kind of struggling with this kit. Okay, so I do like this. I'm going to keep that. I need to see smaller portions of this paper, so wait a minute. Let me just get a bit organized. So you see this, I mean, I haven't even picked out paper and we're at 20 minutes. And the last kit took me 43. So I see I'm kind of struggling with this one, which I'm not sure is a good sign, but we're going with it. So I think now there's a problem with the embellishments matching, because now I got this color scheme here, so this works nicely, but the black isn't going to happen. And then like the library card, which is something I want to use. So these have a cream base. That doesn't look bad actually. I don't know. I think I'm just kind of stressed out about the fact that I don't use red so much, and it's kind of distracting me, but I think the problem is that these papers are kind of in between really masculine colors and really feminine colors. So like you have the red, but then you have a lighter blue and a lighter pink in this paper, and then over here you have this red, and then you have the navy, and you have like these cream based colors, and I think that's kind of the distraction. So I'm thinking I'm going to go with this paper and then add some pinks, and then maybe pull out those other pieces that I talked about in the beginning. So like these pieces here. So yeah, no, that's not going to work either. Okay, so now what am I gonna do? I don't know. Like, I do really like these two papers together, and then the red. But then what embellishment would I use with this? Because that is the point. So if I use this paper, it would be something about the house. And I don't know how this is something magical would apply. I mean, like I could use this. Yes. Piece. And then I could maybe use like this yellow. I'm not sure about the yellow. But I mean, that red looks really nice. And then for like this, or I could also do a picture of the library and use these together. And you see how this is a more cream based kind of thing, and then this is really bright white. So that's kind of distracting me too. I need some kind of creamier based things, and I don't own that because I don't like it usually. So I don't know. So maybe what I'll do, because these papers here are also technically qualified as older papers, I'll just do these papers here, because I do really like this combo. Pull in some of the navy. So like I have this paper here, which pulls in some of the navies. And then I also have this one, which is another multicolored one. This red is just too pinkish, I think. And then there's some of these phrases that I can use that's in navy, so I'll leave that here. So yeah, so this was technically my inspiration piece. Now whether or not I use it is another story. Oh, actually this one does look nice with this side of the spectrum. It has the black. Okay, I'm just gonna keep working on it. All right. So I'm gonna bring in some of the pinks. So I can still use these two pieces, and then this one looks nice over here. And then I might integrate some of these other ones as well. We'll see as we go. So I'm just gonna keep going. Kind of put some of this stuff away. And just see. I think this red is it's just too distracting. I need to cover it a bit. Oh, much better. Okay. Okie doke. Now I can concentrate a bit more. So then I have these papers here. And I think work nicely. And then I can pull in, so this is also kind of inspiration in addition to that. So I can pull in some more yellows and a bit more pink, I think, is what I need to do at the time. So I can use this because it's not too creamy, and I like how it looks. And I think maybe I could do like a Red Cross page with this because red matches as well. So that might be a good option. I don't know. And then I have in my mind that these layouts are going to be jam-packed with red for some reason. And then I'm kind of reminding myself that I can have just a tiny sliver of red paper and just have some pops. So I need to kind of get out of that mindset, I think, is an issue as well. So I could use that with one of that, and then I could use these couple of pieces, and then who knows what else I might use. We'll see, because I still have some time till actually scrap with this, because it is now, it's not even October, and this kit, which will be the second kit, will be posted in November, I believe. So I do have a big amount of time to think about how I'm gonna do this, and then if it doesn't work for me, I can put it back and then come back to it. So it is a bit like kind of free. And then I can also pull out some house embellishments to match this and just use up a little bit of everything. Okay, so now I'm feeling a bit better about this. So yeah, okay, so I'm gonna close the video now, put it on pause, and then I'm gonna come back to it, I think, sometime tomorrow and continue this process. So this video is gonna be a bit longer than the first kit, just because I'm kind of struggling with the situation. So I think all I have to do now is just pull up like maybe one piece of a lighter pink color, and then maybe one piece of yellow, and then one piece of like, there's also a very nice green in here. So just 3 more pieces of paper, and I think that will look nice. And then I mean, if I don't like the red, I don't have to use it like the paper. I can use little pops of it to match this, because I do like the red in here. So yeah, and then I have to add embellishments, and that's going to complete everything. Also, this paper is going to be included in the kit. I just was too distracting, so I'm just going to slide it back there. So I do like how this turned out. Oh, quickly, before I go. Oh, I'm going to be late. Okay. I'm just going to see, I have a couple of 12x12 papers that are not going to work for this kit, so. Okay, so I will continue this tomorrow. Okay, so I'm back, and off camera, I kind of went through a couple of things just to speed up the process, because we're already half an hour in. So, I mean, I didn't do too much, so I'll just tell you quickly. So these are the papers we had already chosen. So I'm just gonna kind of put them here. And then there's also the embellishments, which they're in this little folder, but basically I'm just gonna draw a few pieces to see the colors. So there's yellow, there's this kind of cream color, and then there's red and a bit of navy. So I'm just gonna have a couple up there just so you can see the reference point a bit. And I went through a couple of different paper packs and stuff just to kind of speed the process and find some things, so I'll show you here. So this is my scraps from 6x6 paper pad. Like, if there's only a few things left, they're all in here, and there's currently 4 of these in here, 4 different paper pads. So and there's just like, they're all tiny little scraps like these, but I don't want to throw them out because I just don't have it in me, and I could always punch little things out of this stuff. So I pulled these 2 papers, and this one is from the American Crafts Dots and Stripes paper pad, which is this one here that's in the folder. And then this here is from the, I think it's from the Basic Stacks by Die Cut with a View. So I just pulled these little pink pieces because I'm kind of using this and these are as inspiration, because this has all the colors that I want to include, and then this has some of them. So like the pinks, and I'm gonna add those. And then I went through the Amy Tangerine +1 6x6 paper pad, and I pulled out anything that would anything that was green, anything that was yellow, anything, just to kind of speed up the process. And now I'm gonna go ahead and compare what I want to add. So this one has that bright pink that's in this paper, but I'm not sure I want to include that bright pink. So I think I am going to add this, because I can always cut that off and use like the journaling spot, and we'll see how it will lay out, how it comes along. And then this yellow is actually it does match pretty good. So I'm going to put these little pieces in here. And then this is another little journaling spot I could use. And then this one has green, and it matches the green there in this paper here. So I'm going to pull that. And then this one's the same green because it's from the same paper pad. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there as well. And then this one has black, which is what I'm thinking will cause a problem, because there's blue, there's navy blue, but you never know. I might want something black. So I'm just going to add it. And then this is the same issue. So this is a house paper, which is why I pulled it, because I am going to do a page about houses, about a house from this kit, because I saw this. That's exclusively why I'm going to do that. And then I can also use some pieces from in there. But This one, the blues match, but it's black and white, and it just doesn't fit the feel of the kit. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put that back in the folder. By the way, I keep 6x6 paper pads in these A5 folders, which you can find all that information in my scrap room tour, the most recent one. And then from the Amy Tangerine Stitch collection, I only have like tiny scraps left, so I'm trying to use them up. So I just pulled out these two reds because they're red and they match, so you never know what I might use. And then this pink just because that matched too, and again, you never know what might be put to use. And then I went through this big Ziploc bag of scraps, and most of these are from the Stack 8 paper pad by Die Cuts with a View that I gave away in July. So, I mean, there's this green. So I don't think I want to add this because it's a different shade from that one. But actually, I don't know. I'm going to put that there and think about it. And then the yellow, I am going to go ahead and add the yellow because the yellow that I added before were just tiny cut parts. Okay, that blue is not going to work. Neither. Okay, I'm going to think about that. And then this pink matches really nicely, so I'm going to add that in here. And this was from, it came from the magazine. What is it called? Let me just check that. Paper Craft, here, this one. That specific paper is a My Mind's Eye paper, I believe. And it came from the Scrapbook magazine. This magazine has since been discontinued. They don't make it anymore. But it came, I think it's a UK-based one. It comes with a little freebie, and that was a freebie that came with some My Mind's Eye papers. So that was that's where that came from. And then now what I get, they only sell these at one grocery store in Cyprus, because they're UK based, and they are sold in the grocery store that's kind of more international. So they now have these paper craft inspirations or paper craft essentials. These are two different types, and there's mostly cards in here, but they usually have a really nice stencil or something, so I just buy them for that stencil. And if you do live in the UK, you can get there's a lot of giveaways in here that you could apply to. And then this one, for example, came with these bohemian kind of papers, and it also came with a stencil, which is why I bought it, but I'm not sure which one. So anyway, went off on a tangent again. I'm just closing the door because I forgot to do that before I started the video, and there might be some disturbances. So there are my options. Now I do have quite a few more. Oh, I love that red with the pink. I'm getting so excited. I know I said that it was kind of when I finished the last video, I was in the kind of feeling that this kit wasn't going well. It was not going to work. But then I just kind of went with it and went through some papers, and wow, I am getting really inspired now. I love the red now. I thought it would be challenging, but now I love it, of course. So I went through the Amy Tangerine 12x12 paper pad, and now come to think of it, this one might, because of the red, but no. So I went through that and found some papers that I might want to use. Now this one is a scrap piece, and I thought this one would be cool because it has the navy blue, the lighter blue, the pinks and the reds and the yellows. So I thought I could pull this in. Like, I mean, this green won't be used. But I mean, these colors here, if you just place them, like, just forget the others exist, they match really nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and add that one in. And then the yellow, this is a yellow polka dot. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking, because I do have this one here, and I do have these. So that's 3 different shades. Now this one is a much closer match than this. Yikes. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to add this one. This one, if you might have noticed, was also in the first kit, but I didn't end up using it, so it's fine if I add it in here again. So now the blue is getting lost because of all the yellow and the reds over there. So I also pulled this camera paper, which is a nice light blue, and I think that matches really nicely. And cameras are neutral, so I could either cut this out, and there's also, they're outlined in navy, so I could both cut these out and just use the navy aspect, or map something with this to kind of bring in the blues. And then these two papers I'm not so sure about. So this one here, I think it's too pinkish. And the red that's in here is not dominant enough, so I'm not going to add that. And then this, I mean, the color matches, but I don't know. Because I have this heart pattern, so I don't see myself using these together. But I do want to use them together because they're the same color, but not because I don't like the fact that they're the same shape. So I'm not going to add that one either. So I said I'm going to get rid of this. And then I went through the Posh collection. Now, if you've noticed, the die cuts are cream-based, and these are all white-based. And I have some acetate pieces, and I'm planning to use with the white-based stuff. And then I could also combine some things like this. And maybe, like, there's a couple things that can be combined. But I will probably mainly use the acetates on the whites. And then I was going through the Posh collection just because I knew there was navy in it. And then I realized that it is cream-based as well. So I can pull a couple of papers from that to use to add to this kit. Now, I haven't used the Posh collection yet, so it's brand new to me, which is good. So there's a good combination old and new in this kit. So I originally just pulled the papers that had no cream because I was looking at these whites. But then I realized that, in fact, I do need cream. So I'm going to go ahead and go through all of these again. And just kind of figure out together which ones I want to add. And I know this video will be longer than the first kit video, but that's okay because it's my process. So it's kind of meant to be longer. But also I did struggle with it at the beginning, as you might have seen. Okay, so there's 12 papers in here, but the cut aparts are not in here because I cut them apart. So yeah. Now this one, I don't like, that's not the right shade of pink or red or whatever. But this kind of works. So see, I will never use this paper with that. It's just too white. So if I were to make a layout with this collection, with the kit, I would probably only use these aspects of the kit. So or if I would combine it with something, I don't want the cream to be so much, so I'm not gonna add that. Like if there's just a little cream like that, this polka, no, there's some papers that just is a tiny amount of cream, so I don't know, we'll see. And this floral, no, that blue's not gonna work. And then this, I love this page. I love this, and I want to use it as a background for something, but I don't know what yet. And of course, the back would be a nice addition to the kit because there's all the colors, and it's just a little bit of cream. But I really want to use this as a background, so I'm not going to add that. And then this paper, so I'm going to use both sides of this one. So this pink, I think, would be a nice addition. That's almost a perfect match. And then it also brings some, like a metallic. So I'm going to add that, even though that doesn't really help me with the cream issue. Let's see. Now this yellow is not the right shade. It's like a mustardy yellow, and that's not what I'm looking for. And then this is cream, but it has the flower. Actually, so what I'm thinking, so at this point in time, I'm thinking that I'm going to make a page about a house. And then a page about books because of this library card. And also on my list of, if you've been watching my videos, you know what I'm talking about. But I keep a list of layouts I want to make each month. So I have a quote about books that I could make. And actually this does match pretty nicely. And why not add flowers on books? I love flowers. So maybe I could take pictures of some kind of girly-ish books like The Princess Diaries or something, and add them here instead of taking pictures of Percy Jackson books, for example, and so on. So I'm going to keep that in there. And now this navy stripe, I'm also going to add because there's both the navy and the cream. And then, I mean, I won't use these together, but I could use these two papers and then the pink, and then also I could bring in some of this. That there is white, but it's not so much because it's mostly blue. Or I could bring in some, just, you know what I mean, like combine these because they actually do look really nice. If there's a way to combine them, and I have to play around with it because it's not something I do often, but I think it will work. Our worst case scenario, I can always just use these three papers on the layout and just, or I could use mixed media to maybe help combine the cream with the white. I don't know, we'll have to see. So this is a kind of cut apart sheet, so I'm thinking to maybe include it. And I would use, if I were to include it, I would probably use this stripe, but I do have the stripe paper. So I don't know. And then by the way, the back side of the stripe paper has these arrows which match as well, so I could use both sides of this. So I don't know about this actually. I don't know. I'm not gonna add that. I'm trying. I have to keep reminding myself that this is a mini kit. And it's not meant to have a gazillion papers. So my original thought was I was gonna pull this and use this as a background somehow for that book layout that I was mentioning, I was talking about, but I'm not liking it now because I have the idea in my head that I'm gonna use this. And actually, I think this would be a really nice picture for something girly as well. But I am pulling, these die cuts are boy themed, and there's also this book thing that I want to do. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what ideas. My idea at this point in time is to use this for the book. But if not, that's fine. We'll see what comes out. Yeah, because I want to use this, or maybe this actually would match too. So that could be something girly. I don't know. We'll see. We'll be something. We'll see what it is. So that's that. And then this is also a nice navy pattern and has all the colors. And then the back, I love this paper. It's a blue with gold foiling. Now, for this kit, this blue is in the right shade. It's a mint green actually. It's more of a mint green. I'm sorry, it's glaring, guys. It's more of a mint green than a blue. So that side's not going to work. So if I do use it, I'm going to use this side, but I have to remind myself not to use all of this because I love this too much to not use it somewhere else. I'm going to put these over because they're larger than the rest of these papers. I'm going to put them over to this side. So everything does match. I think I will be able to combine some of these papers, but if not, that's okay because my point, the goal for this kit is to use the embellishments and not the papers. So if I only use 3 papers, that's fine, as long as I use at least a couple of die cuts. I want to use at least 2 on each page is my goal. I mean, for this pack, there are a lot left, so I know I'm not going to use all of them. But just to even use a couple, because I haven't even looked at these in like a year. So just to use a couple and kind of familiarize myself to know what's in there and what I can pull for other layouts is just a good idea, I think. Okay, so I am going to keep this collection out because I might want to pull the sticker sheet later. So I'm going to put this over to the side. And let's see. I'm not sure if I want to pull. Oh, and then these 2 papers, I'm just not going to add them. I don't need them. So I'm kind of thinking about not adding embellishments today and doing it tomorrow, because when I do add the embellishments, then I can't really scrapbook anything else other than this kit, and I have some videos I need to make. Some layouts I need to make without the kit first. But I think, okay, I'm just going to add them because I'm in the mood to. And then I'll make the layouts that I need to make. And I can pull embellishments from here. And then you'll see what I actually am left with. Okay, I'll just tell you as I go because it's going to get confusing. So I also went through the Atwell collection while I was doing this process because I knew there were reds. But it was just not, it was too deep of a red. And this is more of a brighter red, let's call it. So I'm going to, but I did find the sticker sheet. So this sticker sheet is almost done. I've had this for a year and it's almost done. Look, I can't believe I used so many stickers. I don't know if you can see the outlines of them, but I used so many. I still can't believe it. Okay, so these are, yeah, so there's only 3 left. And I'm not going to use all 3 because not all 3 of them match. So I thought I was going to glue this on here, but I don't because I want to be able to do that. But actually, I am going to glue it on. I'm just going to put these, put this over to the bottom so I can cut them out. And then I'll glue this down. I would use my ATG for this, but I don't have any refills. I don't know when I'm going to get refills for that because I spent a lot of money on scrapbooking stuff in the States and I have to order refills online. So I'm kind of waiting. I mean, it's not absolutely necessary that I have refills at this given moment in time. So I'm kind of waiting until my kind of budget stabilizes a bit more because I have been on a lot of outings with friends and my account is like kind of slowly diminishing. By account, I mean like I have a monthly allowance and then I also have birthday money and stuff and we keep track of it in an Excel document, kind of like an account with what my parents do with like, what's it called? Withdrawals and putting the money in. I'm sorry, the technical terms are escaping me at now. But yeah, so I realize you can't really see these die cuts. So I'm going to kind of move them over here. And this is just a little sample of them. I might not even use those specific ones just so you can have the general idea. So I'm going to add these stickers and as I was saying, this blue is a perfect match. I'm going to try and use that one. And then the navy is a really nice match, but it's a wintry kind of thing and I don't know. I don't think it will work for what I'm going to do. But actually, come to think of it, maybe I could do a layout about books and how I kind of, we'll see about the books. It could be used as a books because like drinking something and reading a book or whatever. But we'll see. So I might actually end up using that. But this, I have no idea what this is. I don't know if is that supposed to be a leaf? I have no idea. So I don't know what that is. I don't know. But it's black, so I'm not going to use it in this kit. Anyway, okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my project life cards. And by project life cards, I also mean the cut apart. Ah, yikes. Cut aparts from all of these collections that I just pulled. So like the cut aparts from the Posh collection, the cut aparts from the Amy Tan collection, the cut aparts the cut aparts from the Dear Lizzie ones are smaller, so they're considered die cuts. But then these are considered like cards. They're larger elements. So I'm going to, I don't know, is this on camera? Can you see this? Okay, I'm going to move it over here. I keep my cards in this little container. Again, this is all my scrap room tour, so I don't want to go into too much detail about it here because I don't want this video to go longer than it has to. So let's find the Posh collection. Where is the Posh collection? Nope, that's Peggy Higgins, Snap, Notes and Things. Jeez, where'd it go? Okay. Cartabella, no. No. Where's the, what the heck? No. Summer Daydreams, no. No. Sunshine and Happiness. And then there's Notes and Things. Okay, there's Posh. There's a lot of cards because you get a lot of cut aparts in the Simple Story stuff. I think it's to kind of go with their Snap albums. So I'm going to set this over to the side and quickly go through these and see. So this might work on that book layout, although I do love that cupcake. Okay, I'm going to add it in and we'll see because it's a kind of stamp thing that kind of reminds me of a library. So that's not going to work. Okay, there's someone yelling outside, so I hope you can't hear that. If I do, I'm sorry. So this one might work with the flower, with this floral paper here that I was talking about earlier. This one might work. It's a nice navy. Oh, that camera is gorgeous, but I don't want to pull the flowers. The bicycle, no. But there's this pink pattern, but I do have the paper. Okay, that I'm going to pull. I'm pulling a lot. I mean, these kits are getting larger than I wanted. Well, they're kind of a bit larger than I would like because this one might be okay. Okay, I'm gonna also pull that one. So as I was saying, they're a bit larger than I would like because I like to have a lot of options so I don't feel limited. And I know I'm only making 2 layouts, but so what? The point is to use the embellishments. So to use like these die cuts. So if I don't use a lot of all the other stuff, I don't care in this particular kit. I love this quote. Wow, I did see that before. Okay. This donut is so cute. See, I haven't used these yet, so I'm excited about everything, and I haven't gone through this collection in over 2 months because I just wasn't pulling these colors. So that one's really nice too. So I did end up pulling out a lot of these cards. So I'm gonna set them to the side and maybe minimize that once I've done the kind of the initial going through cards. So we're gonna put that back there, and then oh, there's also 4x6 cards. Let's find those. Let's party, summer, daydreams, better together, posh. Okay, so these are 4x6, and I think they're all vertical. Well, no, it's a combination of them. So no. I love these quotes in this. No. Oh, actually, this one's nice. I'm not sure about that green though. It's kind of off, so I'm not gonna add it. This card is awesome as well. I love this balloon pattern. I'm going to have to make a birthday layout with those. I think there's similar ones in the Let's Party collection as well. This one's really nice too, but these quotes are going to match what pictures I want to scrapbook. So these pictures I'm thinking I'm going to scrapbook, so I'm trying not to pull them, but they're just so tempting because I love them. Okay, so posh, and now I'm also going to go through the Amy Tan ones, although I don't think I'll find a lot there because I'd only pulled one piece of paper from there, and these probably will not match. No. Maybe this one? No. These Amy Tangerine ones have a really watercolory feel, which I love, but not for this kit. And because the last kit was really based on this collection, I don't want to repeat that for this kit as well. And I've kind of been using that Amy Tangerine collection in a couple of different layouts, so I just dropped something. I don't want to overuse it and get bored of it. So I kind of want to use some other things now, so that's what I'm going to do. So there's nothing in there either. And it's also this collection, I love this collection. It's one of my favorite collections. The colors are just they're just amazing, but it's not, I don't want to overuse it. And also it has a retro feel, so I'm kind of have to find pictures to use with it. So anyway, I'm going to pull some die cuts from the Domestic Bliss collection and the sticker sheet and some of these sticker sheets because they're of the houses and the colors match. I mean, there's the blue and the navy as well. So, so basically I'm going to pull this sheet for the houses because I'm planning of doing a layout about my grandparents' house, so it's not really home. And it's not going to be about chores and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna add the full sheet because I might use one of these hearts or these bows or something, but this is what I'm mainly pulling it for. And then there's some black and white ones, so let's just, I want to see what's on here. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna pull the black and white ones because there's no other black and white in here. So I'm gonna put these back in the little compartment, and then I'm also going to go through. So let's just wait a second. I'm gonna get rid of these. I think you got the feel of what these look like, so I'm just gonna get them all out because there's not a lot of small pieces in there, and put them over to the side until I sort, yikes, until I sort through these die cuts, because I don't want to include all of them because it's pointless. I'm not going to use all of them, and I don't want to go through them every time I make a layout and then having tons and tons that I know I'm not going to use. So, like, I'm not going to use these, or that, or that, or actually the sofa, maybe. I'm going to set it to the side. No, 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 no. I'm going through these and I'm getting so many ideas about layouts I could make. Like the house I'm probably going to pull. So that's eventually I might even make a kit based on this to scrapbook some things. We'll see. No, no. I love these coffee cups, but actually I am gonna pull the coffee cups because of that book layout, and it kind of goes along with this one here. Can you see? Is this in frame? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna move this over so it's in frame. So the coffee mug idea kind of goes on with the idea for that, so we'll see. Then this is just a cluster of hearts. I'm gonna go ahead and add that. I love that tag. There's another coffee cup. I'm going to add this because it's the same yellow with this. Now this is a more mustardy yellow, but that is the yellow that's in the Posh collection, and it's also in the stickers here, but it's not such a match to the rest of the yellows. But because this paper is a really small scale, these would be the predominant things on that page. So I am going to go ahead and pull these mustard, even though they're a mustardy color and not a bright yellow. And then I just won't use any other yellow on that page if I do end up using these, of course. And then there's a blue one. Like this one, I know there's a story I want to tell about this one that I probably wouldn't have told otherwise. And when I get to that, I'll make one. I probably won't tell these stories until the package gets to a point where I want to make a kit like the one I'm doing now. And I know that's not the best thing, but I have all these pictures I want to scrapbook. I don't want to go ahead and take extra pictures when I don't have to. But I mean, yeah. I don't know if that made sense. But anyway, so I'm going to put these back. I mean, like, I'm not going to go looking for stuff to take pictures of. If I have the picture, then great. If I don't, I'm not going to go ahead and I'm not going to do that specific. Now, the book picture, I am going to take a picture of it. So I'm going to pull these, so I'm going to put them in that little dish. So the book picture, I don't have a picture for that yet, but it's something I wanted to do. Like the quote is something I wanted to tell. So that's in my list of things to do. But doing something with some of these die cuts isn't like on the priority. And I know I will eventually get to it, but I'm not going to go and take a picture for that one. Anyway, getting off topic again, this is going to be like an hour and a half or something, I think. Ah, yikes. Okay. So let's see. These silver ones, I do have gold in the like a gold foil, so I'm not gonna pull the silver. I think I have some sequins in here that are gold, so I'm gonna pull these gold sequins, and I think that's about it. Okay, so that's that from that compartment, and those are the things that I had in mind that I wanted to pull. So now I'm just gonna go through my basic embellishment kind of places to find stuff, because I have things that I had in mind, like specific things, and now I want to go through and find stuff that aren't specific. So let's see. I am gonna go through the take these out as well, put them somewhere here. Through the I have the cut parts from the Dear Lizzie Lovely Day 6x6 pad. So I'm gonna quickly flip through those and see if there's anything that I want to add, because that I pulled just a couple of papers, but you never know, so I'm just gonna pull them and just quickly go through and see if there's something that I want to use. So no, I don't even know what these are these words. Oh yeah, I'm gonna pull these words. Okay, I do want to use that. So okay, I'm gonna move this sheet back over here so you can see what I'm doing. No, that's French, and I'm kind of saving that for my Paris albums. This one I'm going to add, and this one, and that one. Well, that's not the right shade of pink. That one, like I don't know if I'll use the phrases on that, but who cares? Doesn't hurt if they stay there. So then no, more walk. Well, that's a red, so I'm gonna pull that. No, not what? No. Yes, that's a yellow. Let's see, my favorite. Yeah. Oh, I love these tags. Just be cool. I love this pattern. I wish I had that in 12x12, but I don't, and that's okay. C'est la vie. That's the pink one. These would be kind of nice journaling spots, but there I don't have the right stuff on them. So okay, that's it. We're gonna put the rest of these back into the little compartment in my drawer. And then I think I want to pull some tags, so I think that's all the die cuts I'm going to be pulling. So I'm going to put them all in this little dish. I know where each one came from, so I'm just throwing them all in the dish. And then I'm going to try and keep these ones on top, just so I remember to use those first. Okay. Now I'm going to pull. Yikes! Okay. I want to see if I want to pull some tags from my tag compartment. I don't want craft. Oh, this actually has gold on it, and I like how it matches a cream. And there is a bit of craft in this thing, so I'm just gonna pull 2 of these tags. I probably won't use them, but you never know. The things I say I probably won't use, I always end up using, so I'm just pulling everything, and we'll see what ends up happening. So let's see. Oh, this I think would match. Like, I don't know, the blue's a bit off. And then I have these cards that have the reds in them, but no, okay. Then I don't know why these I don't know what's happening back here. Okay. Let's quickly, I kind of go through these. No. I think my battery is almost going to die as well. Oh my god, guys, we're over an hour. I'm so sorry. This one's kind of long. That's okay. We're getting close to the end. Just hang in there. Yeah, so I don't want to add any wood veneer or anything. So now I'm going to go to the cupboard. Oh, actually, before I do that, I'm going to go through the embellishments that I have for the collection. So for the Posh collection, do I want to add this sticker sheet? Let's see. There's some arrows and some hearts that are generic, and there's also this alphabet set, and there's also these words. So these are white based on here. So I mean, there isn't cream. Well, this one's kind of cream. Well, there is a bit of cream, but there are a lot of white ones. So I'm gonna pull this anyway, and I probably only use 2 stickers from it, even if I do that. But I'm just gonna add it in because you never know. It doesn't bother anyone. So, and I also get that alphabet set to play with. And then from the Dear Lizzie collection, I only have, as far as embellishments go, I only have the chipboard stickers. And I'm not going to use, if I do, again, this I'm probably only going to use the hearts if I do, or like these shape clusters. I don't think I'll use these phrases. Because of just the theme I'm doing. So actually this literally thing I might use for the one. But some of these are like Don't Grow Up, It's a Trap. This is a kind of mom-based collection as well. So You're So Cool, I'm Not Even Mad, and Don't Grow Up, It's a Trap, and that kind of stuff. So, oh, I love this Choose Crazy kind of thing. So I don't know, we'll see. I might not scrapbook the pictures I'm thinking of, because as I'm looking through these, I'm kind of coming up with some more ideas. So we'll see. You never know. I'm just going with all scenarios. The point is to use these die cuts, so I'm gonna base myself on that. But yeah, so okay, I'm just gonna pull these even though I might not use any of them. Again, I'm only making 2 layouts, so I probably only use a couple of pieces from each of these collections. Can you see everything? Yeah, okay. So there's that. And then I have the Amy Tangerine collection here on the side as well, but I'm not gonna pull from that because I don't think it's gonna work. Now this I'm gonna keep because it's a notebook paper. There's these corally colors, so I'm gonna not use these because there's no coral in the kit. Otherwise, this one I'm gonna keep. This one I'm gonna keep, and these I'm gonna keep. So that's 5 cut aparts. And put those back, and now I'm just gonna bring my couple more embellishments. Just my basket of embellishments here, because I have my die cuts, I have chipboard, I have some clear stickers, I have some cardstock stickers, but I do want just a couple more things because they're not very generic. So again with this, no, that actually the yellows, okay, I'm not gonna pull it. I've been trying to use that for so long, I think it needs a break. Enamel dots, let's see. No, these colors aren't going to work. I'm gonna put the basket over here so you can see. See me flipping through. No, this has some nice reds in it and some green. So it's that frame that has the gold, and then there's some blues, and then again this goes with this book theme and the paper clips. So I'm gonna pull this. Again, I'm only gonna use a couple pieces from each of these things. I mean, if you watch the first round of kits, you've seen that I don't use all that much. The point is to use as much of these as I can on the 2 layouts I make, and the rest, anything else that I use is just a bonus, so I'm okay with not using everything. Oh my gosh, I've had these for a year and I haven't used one. I haven't even opened them, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. But that's a travel themed thing, and I'm not really in the mood to scrapbook travel stuff, so we'll see. But that might be something else I pull. Okay, now these, no, too much hot pink. No, how about this? Right, there's blues, there's some pink, there's these books. Okay, I think I need to pull this just for the books. Now, ideally, I would love to just like cut out just the little pieces that I would use and not add the whole book in here. But I don't want to do that because I'm not someone like, if you see Nicole Jones making page kits, she does that, and I think that works really well for her because she has such a huge stash. But if I were to cut all my little bits and pieces apart, and I won't use them very soon because I'm only making 2 layouts, it's not going to work for me because I need to have everything together, and it's just not. That's why I also don't make page kits, because I don't want to cut things apart, and I just don't have a huge amount of stuff in order for me to do that. And I don't, again, I need to have a lot of variety, as you can see. So page kits would be kind of limiting myself. So I'm just making mini kits here instead of 2 page kits, so I can have a big amount of things. So for example, there's no way I'm going to use any of these florals. I might use this red label and this blue one, but that's about it. And then the washi tape, I don't think I'm going to use. There's some pink and blues and reds. Oh, see, that would look pretty nice. And then there's the words. So, I mean, ideally I would have cut out a couple of words, like the alphabets. I'm not going to use this one. So, I mean, I think you get what I'm trying to say. But actually, with the sticker books, the new Chamel one, the glitter go one, that's in just sheets in a little booklet, and it's not like this. That would be a great thing for me, because I can just pull a couple of sheets. So I wouldn't include this one or this one in that. But anyway, I'm kind of grabbing, and I don't have the time for that. So I'm going to pull this because there's the pinks, the blues, and the reds, and it just works. Let's see. Okay, I've already gone through all of that. My trusty chipboard set. So this one has the colors, but it's a best friend theme, and again, I don't think I'll be doing a best friend theme kind of thing. So I'm gonna see quickly if there's some neutral things that I could use. So there's some arrows and cameras and like best times and hearts. So I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna pull it. This is probably the thing that I might not use, and I might use none of, because all of these things have these tiny hearts in them. So obviously I'm not gonna use all of those. But anyway, and then this one has a lot of black and white. So no, that one was family themed. Then this one has a green, but it's vacation themed, and has the black and white, so I'm not gonna pull that either. Okay. And then these, I'm not gonna pull these, and that's because I have these that have sentiments on them, and they have the hearts. So put those back. And then the chipboard ones, they're white. They're stark white, and they go with white. I mean, there's no way I would use this with these cream colors. And this was also in the previous kit, so I don't want to repeat myself too much in these kits. So I think that's about it. Oh, actually, I have these clips as well that I'm gonna go through and see. No, I am gonna pull out these gold ones because they're gold. That's the only reason why, and they're triangles, so they're pretty usable. And I'm not liking those clips. And then this heart up here. No, there's no purple in this kit, so that's not going to happen either. Okay. Alright. So that is my kit. I know this video took forever. By the way, I forgot to mention, if you don't know the series that I am doing, this is the second installment of the series. So if you go back and check on my channel, you'll find the first videos with kind of an introduction and so on. But basically, I will post every Saturday for 3 Saturdays. So this is a prequel, and then the stash kit, I'll make a video to show you just what's in the kit and not how I made it. And that will go up on Saturday, on the first Saturday, then the second Saturday, and the first Saturday will be the Saturday after this goes up. So this will go up Thursday, and then Saturday you'll get the stash kit. And then next Saturday, the first process video, the Saturday after that, the second process video, and then the Monday after that, that Saturday is gonna be the Killer Kit and Layout Share. So that's the gist of it, but just to get all the details right, if you haven't followed me in the first time around, you can go ahead and check. that out. But basically, I'm just gonna making a kit. So I'm really excited, actually. I get really excited. I mean, I love putting these kits together because I grew my stash a lot. In this last trip, I have like 11 new collections to play with. If you've seen my haul videos, you probably already know that. So now I have the opportunity to expand my kits a lot more because I just have a larger variety of colors and collections, and also a larger amount of stuff. So it gives me an opportunity to make more kits. And if I make a kit, I can also scrapbook outside of the kit. I used to, if I made a kit, I wouldn't, almost all my embellishments would be in the kit, and I wouldn't be able to scrapbook a page without using the kit. But now I can do that. So what I was trying to mention earlier is I have to make some layouts before I make the layouts with this kit. And if I want to use a Dear Lizzie collection, I'm going to pull this chipboard piece out and use it, and then I'll put it back in. So I might use some things on other layouts that won't be in this kit. I'm going to try and avoid it, but I don't know. We'll see. So by the time I film the stash kit share, I'll probably have used them. So you'll see in that what's actually left when I start creating for the kit. I don't know if that just made sense, but this is what's going to be in the kit. So thanks for watching, and if you want to see this again in a larger detail, I mean, like, if you want to see the end product a bit better, you can also check out the stash kit share on my channel. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.